Are you ready to unleash your inner impressionist? Here is a step-by-step guide to get you started. Step 1. Gather your supplies. You'll need a portable easel, a selection of acrylic or oil paints, brushes, a palette knife, canvas, a container for water, and some paper towels or rags. Step 2. Find your inspiration. Head outdoors and find a spot that inspires you. For my painting, I found a beautiful spot here at Valley Forge in Pennsylvania, a place full of history, and on this beautiful fall day, the subject for my plein air painting. Step 3. Begin by making a light sketch, just to get the placement of things. You'll have to isolate your favorite section of the landscape, since you can't fit all of it. Step 4. Experiment with mixing colors, and quickly fill your canvas with a wide range of hues. Step 5. And this is an important point. Capture the light and the color that light reflects back at that moment. Pay close attention to how light falls on the landscape. Cool colors in the shadows and warm tones in the highlights is the Impressionist way. I tell you, you cannot use enough blue color for an Impressionist style painting. Notice how the distant hills and even trees look lighter and bluer thanks to the atmospheric perspective. Not only so, but blue can be even found in the shadows of everything. This may be difficult for a beginner to discern because the color of things hides it, so isolating blue on top of the natural color can be challenging. With practice though, you can learn to see it. Reflect back to when the landscape is covered in snow. Now that everything is white, it is much easier to see shadows filled with color blue and highlights that gleam in the golden sunlight. So learn to not paint what is in your mind, but paint what your eyes perceive in that split moment in front of the subject. You see, we all have images in our minds of what trees look like, and we might be tempted to paint them brown and bright grassy green color for their leaves. But in reality, these colors are constantly shifting and changing. To make this point clear, let's take a look at a couple of forest images shot at different times of the day. Notice how the color of tree trunks and even leaves changes due to the effects of light and atmosphere. Step 6. Embrace the brushstroke. Use short, choppy brushstroke to apply paint on your canvas. Don't overmix or blend colors together. Rather, paint daubs of color, dots, dashes, side by side without mixing them, letting your eyes do the blending when viewed from a distance. This is called optical blending. Up close, an Impressionist painting looks fuzzy, sloppy even, with pure patches of color side by side. But from afar, this mosaic quilt of colors comes together to form a sharper image. Step 7. Complete the entire painting in one sitting or session. This is called alla prima, Italian for at first attempt. If you're not able to, you can always finish it back at home and keep developing the details. This is what I did for my painting as well. One more point to address. On site, the bright sunlight was skewing my color sensitivities. When I came indoors, my initial alla prima painting looked much darker. This is a normal experience for outdoor painters, so they need to adjust their colors on site in order to compensate for this brightness factor. After a couple more coats of color and further development, the painting came into its proper light. Step 8. Once you're happy with your painting, sign it and proudly share it with the world. You've just created a work of art that captures the essence of Impressionism. So go forth, embrace the spirit of Impressionism, and let your creativity bloom.